The EU. Where is the EU? Obviously, here, somewhere, but much like the continent, it has a bit of an unclear boundary. The members in decreasing order of population are Germany, France, Italy, Spain, Poland, Romania, the Netherlands, Greece, Belgium, Portugal, Czech Republic, Hungary, Sweden, Austria, Bulgaria, Denmark, Slovakia, Finland, Ireland, Croatia, Lithuania, Latvia, Slovenia, Estonia, Cyprus, Luxembourg, and Malta. The edges of the EU will probably continue to expand further out as more nations continue to apply and join. How the EU works is insanely complicated, but for now we need only know three things. Number 1, countries pay membership dues. 2, they vote on laws that they all must follow. 3, citizens of member countries are automatically EU citizens and may travel freely to EU nations. This last one is especially nice if you want to retire or work or live somewhere else, or if you think your country is too big or too small or too cold or too hot, etc. The EU gives options. However, all three of these rules have asterisks on them, meaning that there are exceptions, and boy does the EU love exceptions. For example, Iceland, Norway, and Liechtenstein are actually not members of the EU, but they still have free travel and have to follow EU laws and pay membership dues, but they cannot vote on laws. This arrangement is called the European Economic Area, and it sounds like a terrible idea if it weren't for the asterisks that grants EA members a pass to not have to follow certain laws, notably farming and fishing, something Iceland cares deeply about. Between the EU and the EEA, the continent looks mostly covered, except for Switzerland, who is neutral except for the fact that they participate in the Schengen Area. The Schengen Area is a bit mind-blowing because it's an agreement between EU nations to not have any border patrol at all. This means you could go from Madrid to Warsaw without needing to show your passport or get asked business or pleasure. Citizens may freely travel through Switzerland without interruption, but they may not stay. This approach to borders is not liked by all, notably Ireland and the ex-member UK, who state that islands are different and so ID is required. Britain not wanting to be fully part of the EU brings us to the currency. The EU has its own fancy currency that they call the euro, which is used by the majority but not all member nations. This economic union is called the Eurozone, and to join a country must first reach certain financial goals, which is definitely not something a country would lie about. Right, Greece? Most non-Eurozone members will ditch their local currency as soon as possible for the euro, but 3 of them, Denmark, Sweden, and the UK, have asterisks that give them a permanent opt-out. But weirdly, the countries of Andorra, San Marino, Vatican City, and Monaco have the opposite situation, as they are allowed to use the euro despite not being in the EU at all. So that's the big picture. There's the EU, which makes all the rules, the Eurozone inside of it with a common currency, the European Economic Area outside of it where people can move freely, and the selective Schengen for countries that don't like having borders. The final issue is with overseas territories because empire. Britain, Portugal, Spain, and France all have overseas territories, and the solution to these territories is as follows. EU laws don't apply to overseas territories. The people living there are, however, EU citizens, as they are generally citizens of their member countries. They have the freedom to live anywhere in the EU, but none may live in these overseas territories freely, which makes these places a weird, semi-permeable membrane of the EU. There are a lot more exceptions, and these also have asterisks, and the asterisks never end. But this video must end. Thank you for watching. My sources were Wikipedia, the official EU website, and YouTube. Thank you very much.